Good evening, family. It's Wednesday, around about 7:13 in the evening. Hope y'all doing okay. It's 8 days into the new year. Hope everybody new year starting off smooth so far. Shit, if you've been looking at the damn news, YouTube, shit is hot. I'm Nick Lister. How y'all doing? Yo, before I get into this shit, I want to play y'all something. You tell me what you think, family.
He told me that there is no water in this system. Absolutely no water in this system. So this is a really big problem for them because, in his words, there's nothing they can do. All they can do is to watch this burn. So they're bringing out some other tenders here, hopefully with some more water to try and hook up some water and put out this fire, at least to protect the homes. Right now, this home is probably going to be a complete loss. The neighbors also tell me that the person living inside this home had passed recently, so it was an empty home. But now there is a rush to try and protect other homes in this area because we know how this can spread very quickly. There are a lot of people in this house. Some of them are in the backyard here. The woman who is in the backyard told me that, hey, look, you have no water here in the street. We have water in our backyard. We have a pool. Why don't we use some of that water there? And some of her friends went to the back, and they're literally grabbing buckets and doing a bucket brigade to try and protect this house. So honestly, the water that you're looking at now is some of the first drops of water that they're getting onto this house. But you can see what happens here, and especially we've been talking about those water issues that people in the Palisades had been talking about, that there was no water charging their hoses. It seems to be almost a similar situation here, at least in this neighborhood, where they're not really able to get water inside their hoses so that they can protect some other.
Family, I'm gonna just stop it right there, right quick. Did you hear what that shit just said? The firefighters do not have enough water pressure in the city fire hydrants to fight the fires. What the fuck? Your infrastructure that fucked up. Now it is rumored that the mayor of Los Angeles County voted against money funding $17 million to be exact for funding for the fire department. Now I don't know if there's any correlation between the two, but her motherfucking ass is out the country in Africa to an African inauguration. And it was rumored she knew this shit was potentially gonna happen. So I ain't gonna say it's convenience that she the fuck out of here. She not here to answer shit. I know that. But you tell me why you got citizens, taxpaying citizens, outside with their goddamn garden hose trying to put out their neighbor's fire. Motherfuckers in the backyard grabbing pool water, dirty ass pool water. Now you remember when I said the world is over on my first video? I ain't trying to scare nobody. I'm just saying, yo. Shit getting lit. Okay, I'll play some more of this shit.
Not really to get water inside their hoses so that they can protect some other homes in this neighborhood. We know that there was an active You're hearing some of the explosions now from some inside the house. Obviously, there's some gas inside the house. The person had lived inside this home for a long period of time, and they just closed up the house, and he hasn't been living here for a while. I'm going to see if I can come to the backyard here, and maybe these folks can show us what's happening here, if they don't mind. Hello? 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 I know that they were working to fight this fire in the back of the house.
Bob, when you say firefighters are saying there is no water, the fire hydrants themselves do not have water. Is that what's going on? Because that was the case with Pacific Palisades.
Yes. This is the case. Hello. No. I'm with the news. The water inside. Come on.
You're being intrusive.
Come on. Well, I understand, but the neighbors were talking about this, that there was an issue with water in this neighborhood. You're trying to protect your own home here.
We're not even from here. We're neighbors trying to take action. Our state has failed us. Our state, and this is a disaster. The strongest state in the union doesn't have the infrastructure to protect these people from burning their homes.
Yes. I was talking to some of the firefighters who come from other parts of the state. He said he's never seen anything like this before. They put up their hoses into the hydrants, and he says there was no water. How is that sensational if this home is going to burn down?
Something about this. I mean, we've had many years of this.
I see it.
Time out. First of all, them motherfuckers ain't even want them motherfucking news reporters in there talking about they was being intrusive. They in the middle trying to fight this shit. And you got this motherfucking Chinese Asian motherfucker in your damn face with a mic in his hand asking you fucking questions. First thing that nigga said was, the state of our union has failed us. What does that entail exactly? The state of our union has failed us. The government can't depend on them for shit. Your firefighters don't even have the ability to serve. The man just told you what it is. Let's continue.
Tons of warnings, no action, not enough action. That's all it is.
Yeah, I heard you out there. You said, we got to do something. We got to take some action. So you decided to do it.
It's embarrassing that we're just here while others are just standing around, and our state is standing around. This has been long coming. What are we doing about it?
Thank you very much. A lot of emotions running here. I'm gonna walk outside that. Thank you very much. A lot of emotions here, but they're doing what they can to protect this house. This is not their own home. I thought it was his own house when he was talking about it here, because he said, I'm just gonna grab something and help out. And the fire chief here was very honest with me. He looked at me. He knew who I was. He said, oh, you're with the news. He says, we have no water. We have no water. And I said, what is that normal? And he said, I've never seen anything like it before. He said he'd never seen anything like it. So I don't know what the problem is with the infrastructure or what had happened with the water here. If it's the same situation as the Palisades when they had run out of water because they depleted the resource.
Yo, this nigga said he don't know what's going on with the infrastructure, with the water. He never seen nothing like it before. What's interesting to me is the social status of most of these people in the residents of this particular area. These are a lot of prominent people in society. And none of that shit matter. Firemen just standing around chilling. What can they do? Ain't no water. can't drop no water because the planes can't see smoke. And if that ain't the case, that's what they're gonna tell you. Let's continue, family.
Sources or all the tanks had already been drained and they have to replenish those tanks, and it hasn't happened yet. I'm not an expert on the water delivery system here, but all I know is this is a home that's on fire, and the fire chief that is here on the scene from another city here in California is telling us he has never seen anything like this, and there is nothing they can do. They're just doing the best they can to try and protect these surrounding homes. The winds, I will tell you right now, they've let up quite a bit. So that is the good news, but it's just surprising. Now seeing finally some help from the skies here. We've got a water drop. Maybe that's going to take place here very shortly. Come move to the side here, Carlos. You can see him over here. He's coming on this side. There he comes. This is from a water drop coming from LA County, right on top of this fire. You're going to watch it here live. There he is, right on top. How is that? Just as I said that it was better here, that the winds weren't had subsided a bit, that maybe it's time that they brought out some of the air assets, and that looks like what had happened here just moments ago. We just saw that airdrop, the first airdrop that I have seen here since we've been out here for a couple of hours, and really a sight for sore eyes for the neighbors here, the residents on the street who said, you heard me talk to the other resident before, who said he was here protecting his own home since 6 o'clock last night until 2 o'clock in the morning, and he didn't see any firefighters up here. So finally we do have some help here. These are all firefighters from Wheeler Crest. Again, that's an area near the Mammoth Lakes region, and they came here.
This motherfucker been out there since 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's just now firefighters even getting there. I wanted to go and make a video about this shit way earlier when this shit first popped off. And as I was observing this, and as it was unfolding this shit, the first question that kept lingering in my mind was, where are the firefighters? Ain't even see them out there. Nowhere. At none of the spots of the fire. I ain't seen no firemen. None. I just told you. The mayor of LA County denied funding for the fire department. I think they denied the fire department over 17 million. It was like 17.6 or something like that. But it went in other places, like building a new dam. Thanks, Governor Gavin. That's the governor of Cali. But I ain't gonna get into specifics and semantics. But think about that. That's all I kept thinking about. Where are the firefighters at? I ain't seen none. Checking on residents, trying to get them out, none. They issued out an evacuation. But bruh, from the videos that I've seen, motherfuckers got out of their cars because their cars was catching on fire. They couldn't get out fast enough. Traffic jam, whole cars charred. It looked like Hawaii, the Hawaii fires. It gives you a mindset of that shit. It really does. But let's continue.
Here to try and fight that fire, so they have a small little contingent here, but they wanted to do their part, and the chief here, he says they're just trying to do their best with the equipment, with the tools.
Bobby.
with the infrastructure that they have here.
So about an hour ago, Bob, there was aircraft from...
I hear you, Miss. We're on live TV right now. Is this your home right here? This is your grandmother's home. You finally got a water drop. That must be...
The water drop. There is a water tank around the corner. And they're acting like they can't... She's acting like she can't even move her car. I don't want to be on camera.
Okay. All right. A lot of intensity here. Obviously,
You see that? You see that Melanie? You see that black energy that came through right there? That black female. In 10 seconds, she shut the whole shit down. First of all, the home that they say that was vacant and the lady that died, that was her grandma. I bet you $1 million. They ain't think she was black. They did not think that that old ass lady was black. Well, all them actors, all them directors, she riding the hills with them. Old black lady, been gone. But house just was there. Kept the house. That granddaughter raced up there. And he talking about hitting her with some bullshit. We on live TV. She like, yo, bitch, what the fuck going on? Get the fuck out of the way. And the first thing you got to say to her, she on live TV, like, watch my mouth. Not only that, she says there's a big ass motherfucking water tank. A tower. I'm guessing like a water tower. Right down the street. Ain't nobody put no fucking camera to it. All that footage that fucking Asian man was showing. Shit being turned up. He couldn't turn it around and show probably the biggest water source on the block. What water tank was she talking about? And why did your ass did not show it? And why they trying to make it seem like they ain't got no water? The black lady told you. It's a big ass fucking water tank down the street. And people act like they don't even see it. And not only that, they got somebody blocking her way so she can get to the house. She had to walk. She had to get out and walk. What's going on? Let's continue.
The family home here. She's very upset about this home and what she sees as a lot of inaction by the firefighters here, or their inability at least to really do something when there's imminent danger to your home. So that water drop helped just a bit. We're just hoping that perhaps another helicopter comes here and helps with the situation, is able to drop yet another water drop on this fire. The hose it's not putting out any water. Hey, Chief, is that water coming from the tender here? The water that we just saw that came out of this hose, is that coming from the... Okay.
And this has
There's about 300 gallons there. So all 300 gallons you've already put onto this fire, and so you don't really have anything left?
we're down to 300 gallons.
You go all day. Okay. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief. So they've been rotating the water tender here to try and get more water. He says they've been doing their best here, but the fire continues to burn. Obviously, there's a lot to go here. I'm gonna come to the other side so you can see just the other side of this fire. The neighbor's home to the other side.
What is up with them acting like they ain't got no fucking water, bruh? If anybody paying attention to what he's asking, the fire chief is specifically talking about the water source. 300 gallons. Where is it? And have you used it already? The fire chief, you couldn't even hear that motherfucker talking or make out. He couldn't give a definitive answer. The black lady said, yo, there's a big ass fucking water tank down the street. All this shit going on. And you got the fucking dude that's breaking the news and shit out there not showing shit. He not even going backwards. He keeps saying in the same area going forward toward the fire. I ain't assuming nothing. I'm just showing my family the shit. Let's continue.
Side, she said that last night they had lost their garage, so there were some embers that flew here last night, and who knows where how this fire had popped up over here and started burning this home.
But Bob, so we saw that aerial drop right over that house, but it made the fire die down a little bit. You could see all the active flames just pop right up. So it didn't do anything.
Right. I mean, you're gonna have to get a continuous water drop or some continuous fire. There, they got this hose on now. Finally, so he's got 300 gallons in this tender. He said that they just brought out here right now. How long could that last? And that is that really enough to put it out? Again, I don't think necessarily they'd like to put it out because putting this fire out would protect the nearby homes. And one of their biggest goals right now is just to protect the homes on either side. You heard that woman with some intensity here saying that this was her grandmother's home, and they've lived here for quite some time. So to see that their home in this imminent danger has got to be so worrisome for that family. Lots of folks on the street here, and it's interesting because if you look down the street, it doesn't look like there were many homes that were damaged at all. So it's interesting that these spot fires really just went and picked and chose which home was going to be the next target. And right now, even without the winds, we're still looking at some homes that are still burning on fire.
Also, you understand people are very emotional and frustrated, and they don't have much patience right now. I give you, and I think you're with Carlos, right? A lot of credit for being out there. I know it's tough to be there and to ask the questions when you know they're in the middle of a very dire situation. So thanks, you guys, for the work you're doing.
Sure.
Yeah, part of the job is to talk to people on their very worst day, and that's what you're seeing right there. And of course, emotions are high, frustration's high. Who knows where the anger should be directed, because it does look like fire officials are trying to do the right thing, but the infrastructure may not be there. Those are questions and conversations that are going to be had later on.
Now, when she said there are questions that are going to have to be answered later on, does that mean when the governor get back? I'm sorry, when the mayor get back from Africa? Because the mayor ain't there. And this directly the person you go to for shit involving infrastructure and the fire department, police department, shit like that. And they was insinuating that she was tipped out tipped off about this shit potentially happening. Listen to me, family. The world is over. I'm gonna keep saying it until the world prove me different. Now, obviously, it can mean the world is over from a lot of perspectives. But as far as the government being a sustainable source of reliability for sustainability, ain't no way. I just showed you. Your most successful people on the planet can't even get their local firemen to put out their fire for their house caught on fire. Your social status, your economic status does not matter if you living in a place where your infrastructure has failed. And it ain't failed because they can't. Somebody turn off the goddamn water. The whole city block don't got no water. Where they do that at? There are so many ways that you could go with this. But to me, there ain't no excuse for taxpayers to not have no water to put out a fire. 2025 in the United States. That's some fucked up shit. Man ain't got shit to do with nothing. As you saw, I saw white folks and black folks out that motherfucker. Rich and not so rich. You know what I mean? A-listers and your B-listers out there. You feel me? All scratching their head like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. What is the origin? That's my question. You know? We know we got your 100 miles per hour winds jumping. But who lit the match? Allegedly. I'm not an allegations type of guy. I'm just giving a small opinion on what the fuck I'm observing in this fucking country. This shit here. Family, I had to reach out, yo. For real. Only because I seen certain celebrities out there that had to get the fuck up out of there, bro. They won't trying to leave their crib. What's going on in Hollywood, yo? What's going on in the hills? Look like hell on earth. Like the end of the world type shit. Apocalypse shit. You got whole cars. The whole inside burnt out. From the inside out. So you got this mysterious fog on the East Coast. And you goddamn fog from the goddamn fires on the West Coast. You can't even see what's going on in the sky now. All these orbs and drones and all that type shit. You ain't gonna be able to see shit now. Or if you will, the shit really about to turn up. Now you got like some type of interference in the cloud. Shit really might probably kick up. You don't know, man. Who knows? But I do got live footage of that goddamn drone and them orbs. I think I got some footage of the orbs. And if I can't find it right now, I'll look for it for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I got it on my other phone. With my Lex Live. I'm gonna show you. That's good. That'll give me content, more content to talk about next time I go live. But family, I really appreciate your time. I thought that was so interesting. I had to show it to you. So peace and love, gang. Till the next time, keep God first. Later.